Need to have some music here next time. I'm gonna give it a few minutes, let people join, give people time to join. It's gonna be recorded, so I'm not gonna be take too long. Folks can catch it as they come on. What's going on, people? What's going on? Let's give it 30 more seconds. Then we're gonna start. Um, Folks can come on as can catch on or jump in as they come on. But if you can hear me, if you can hear me, put something in the comments, please. Make sure my mic is working. Put thumbs up or fire or something in the comments. I just want to make sure my the sound is working. If you can hear me, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Uh, can people hear me? Let me go check. I don't want to go on here for a long time. People can't even hear me. I hope you can hear me. Yeah, let me know if you can hear me. Okay. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay. Good, 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 good. So let's start. So again, this is going to be recorded so people can catch on. But I do want to go. I'm going to share my screen real quick. So I'm going to go through a few talking points about lead generation, which is probably the number one question I get is how do I get more leads for my business, right? And again, it's that question is so broad, but it's needed. Like so, hopefully, the information that we give today will help somebody on here. Um, Let me. Oh, I see Jen. Damn, I didn't even see Jen. Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay. There you go. All right, people can get this on recording, but I do want to start. All right, let me. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Yeah. When you first start.
There it is.
You see it?
Yep.
Okay. How do I get this? Okay, so let me do this. Where am I full exit full screen? I think I'm going blind. There's a lot of stuff. Okay. Can you see this, Jen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a shared screen. It's split.
So you can see it right now. You can hear me.
Yep.
Okay. So let's start. All right. So let's start. Let's go over this. So I got again. I've been getting a lot of DMs and questions about lead generation. Again, I've been getting those questions for probably since I started you know, doing this content stuff. And again, 9 years in the business for us, it's never easy, but it definitely gets easier as you get more experience in this industry, right? And you again, when you first come on board, new business and not knowing what to do, you don't have that much experience in advertising or marketing, right? Because folks think that this is not about advertising or marketing, which the number one key in this business is about advertising, marketing, sales, communication, all that. Those are the skills you have to reach that next level. Now, can you get a couple deals, a couple contracts? Can you make six figures, whatever, not having those skills? Of course you can. There's always outliers, but I don't know too many people in this business. And I know people that do 10, 15, 20 million. And most of them have those skills, or somebody on their team has those skills, right? But because we're just beginning, there's no team yet. It's just us usually, right? You and your partner, or just you, right? You have a little bit of money, you work, or you're working a full-time job or a part-time job, right? So how do you navigate these things and still have a pipeline of leads coming in, right? I did a stat. Let me see what's good. So I'm not sure who's going to see this, who's on now, but you got to figure out how many businesses in your state. I just did a couple businesses, a couple states. So Texas, and again, these are just small businesses. There's 3.1 million. Hold on, let me my phone. Yeah, so in Texas, there's 3.1 million businesses in Texas, right? New York, there's 2.2 million businesses in New York. In New Jersey, it's 861,000 businesses in New Jersey. Florida, 2.8 million. Georgia, 1.2. And California, crazy, 4.2 million businesses in California, right? So I'm not sure where folks are from, but where you're from, just understand. And really, if you live in a major state, understand that there's plenty enough businesses that need your services, right? So you're in the right industry, right? The industry is not going; it's actually going up. It's getting bigger. More companies are. It's making more money every year, right? So if you're in your state, just know there's that many businesses in your state. So again, your services are needed more than likely, right? So again, what I really kind of talking to people, what happens, most folks who don't make it to that first six figures or seven figures or quarter of a million, whatever your goal is, right? The number one reason they don't make it is because they can't last through the suck. They can't last through that learning curve of just not being good at something, right? You might get that first client because your mother knows somebody, or your father knows somebody, or you know somebody, but then it's that getting that third, fourth, fifth, sixth client, which is hard, and you can't live off one client. More, unless it's some major, I don't know, 100 store type client. You just can't do it. All right. So a little bit about us. For me, 9 years in the business. Started off doing snow removal, landscaping, jobs. Year two or three, I think year three, we added commercial cleaning business, only because we already had these major clients we who were asking for other services. One of the services being commercial cleaning businesses. So it made sense, right? So for us, we didn't know, we first 9 years ago, we didn't know about YouTube University. We didn't know about Facebook, none of that stuff as far as marketing, right? So for us, it was 100% networking. We didn't do cold calls, email, SEO. We did networking probably to our first seven figures, which sounds crazy, right? It sounds crazy saying it. We did networking probably to our first like 850, was just strictly just who we know. Our reputation got more over the years, got more and more. We didn't add probably email marketing, cold calling, as stuff like SEO. We didn't add that probably until 3 years ago, 2 years ago. All right. And again, for me, I've been going hard learning this stuff, learning cold calling. I've been learning email marketing. I've been learning how to do certain things and softwares in order to teach and teach you guys. But again, I just know the levels. How this for me, there's 3 levels in this lead generation, right? When you first come in, you have probably little money and no experience, right? So how you do it, how it works for most people. Again, there's some outliers, but most people who I'm talking to, their first few clients should come from their circle of influence, right? If it's not coming from your circle of influence, more than likely you're not telling them, right? I know for us, most people, most folks in our most of our friends, our friends didn't know that my partner and myself cleaned toilets, really, right, and shoveled snow and clean and did U-Hauls. I mean, did junk removal. Didn't know it until we made well over 6 figures. They didn't know it. They knew that we were in business, but we weren't screaming, "Yo, we clean for a living." So our close friends, my ex, my daughter's mother, my mother, close cousins, close friends knew, right? This is our first 750 to $1 million was strictly what is it right here? Let's put it 7 the 6 figures, the 6 degrees separation. That's for real. That's real. That's why I say networking. You'll probably get the highest profit and the biggest contracts from some sort of networking. And I'm not talking about you have to go to to your chamber of commerce. You should, but chamber of commerce. I'm talking about somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody who already is in a warm market to that person, can get you in that door. That's why I put on here. I think I put on here that networking right here is my favorite. Now, again, I'm an introvert, big time, right? I'm less of it now, but I still am by heart, right? So networking, everybody's not built to network. All right. So again, luckily my partner was a networker. All right. I am too now, but when I first started, I definitely wasn't. I was the operation business person. All right. So, but networking, knowing who you know, your warm market, people that already know, love, and hopefully like you, those are going to be those should be your first few clients, and they're going to be your biggest clients. Now you're going to get some from email, some from phones, door to door, but you're going to get from, again, this is everything I teach or I say is from experience. It's not from, even though I read a lot of books or I read YouTube, nothing from that. If I don't speak about it, that means usually I haven't done it. Like right now, I'm learning. I have a coach that's teaching me SEO now. Now I did SEO for a minute, dabbled in it, but I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna just have the coach or just hire somebody to do it. I want to know how to do it. Like email marketing, I had somebody years ago that was doing our email marketing for us. About a year ago, I was like, you know what? Teach me how to do it. So network marketing. Again, it's in different forms too, right? It's your circle of influence. This is an easy one, right? I guarantee you, everybody on here has a phone, has phone numbers in it, has probably several emails, email list in there, and they have social media friends on Facebook, IG, TikTok, whatever it might be, LinkedIn. You have friends on that. I guarantee if you sat down seriously and took out a notebook and pen and wrote down a list of 100 people, if not more, probably close to 1,000, you probably could. High school friends, especially if you're still in the state that you went to high school with, middle school with, college, all that stuff. If you're still in the state that you grew up with, more than likely you have a vast list of people that you can reach out to. But most of us, because this is a new business and because we're unsuccessful yet, we haven't told enough people or told the world what we do. Not knowing the person you haven't told, the person you talk to over Thanksgiving this week and your family, friend, I guarantee most of us Most of you didn't say, this is what I do. Here's my card. Here's the website. Here's my flyer. Do you know? And not even like, don't. And again, the key of it is, I know, for our family, we don't want to ask, or come off like we're asking for something, right? So the key is always for my trick is, do you know of anybody that might need my services? Auntie Jen, I know you work at a daycare. Do you know of anybody that might need my commercial cleaning services? Right? Your best friend who's a property manager. Now you know that she might need, but again, you don't want to go to him or her and say, "Can you hire me?" Because you guys, it's friends, is weird. So you go to, do you know of anybody that might need my services? And with friends and family, they're tricky, right? Because you have this list now, you have a business. So what do? First of all, you kind of reach out to them, and again, you don't do some research. If you haven't talked to a friend for 5 or 6, 7 years, your first email or text can't be an ask, or shouldn't be an ask. Close friends, close families, brothers, girlfriend, yes, that's fine. But somebody that you haven't talked to in a year or two, the first one shouldn't be an ask. It should go on your, what I'm saying, go on their Facebook, go on their IG. They had a new baby, they got married recently, they're in a relationship, new boyfriend, whatever there is, see that. All right. And then in that text, put it in there. Congratulations on the new job, on the new whatever it is, on the new kid, on the new job. Just checking, I haven't talked to you in a while. Seen this on Facebook. Congrats. All right. Unless he or she don't like you, they're going to respond to you. All right. So keep, again, the first few small talks, keep it small talks. But again, you want to kind of gear the conversation to, by the way, do you know anybody that might need cleaning service? Because I have this new business. If you want to check it out, here's the website I have. It's www whatever it is. All right, because they might say, I don't have anybody, but I know somebody who might need you. Do you have a website? Do you have a flyer, business card? All right. Again, you don't have to have everything. I wouldn't spend, again, my advice, do not spend thousands and thousands of dollars or even hundreds of dollars on this stuff. We didn't have a website until our first $500,000 in this business. We had no business cards until our same thing. We didn't, not because we were like trying to be rebels. We just didn't, we didn't know. We didn't kind of just notice that our first contract was a mini mall in our area. So we took off running. But again, we got that first one good, easy. Second one, third one good. But to grow to a next level, we had to become entrepreneurs. We had to learn this stuff. Website building, communication, operations, how to hire, how to fire, how to lead. Right? But those things come later. To get off the ground and get your first multi-six-figure cleaning business, understand that it's doable, but most people are not talking to enough people on a consistent basis. Facts, 100% facts. Because it's very hard to tell me, again, I've been doing this for 9 years, now I'm going on 10 years, that if you are consistent on calling 100 people a day, emailing 100 people a day, texting or DM, same thing per day, 4 or 5 days a week, that you're not one going to succeed in this business. Because again, it's not that hard. It's not, we're not building some new technology, right? It's a number at the first few years, the first year, it's two things. It's a numbers game. It's knowing enough people or reaching out to enough people or knowing the right people. That's what I see, right? For us, at the beginning, we were lucky enough to know the right people. So your business is either going to be two things. It's either going to be a lot of small and medium-sized businesses, which is fine, right? And you'll get a lot of those doing door-to-door, a lot of those doing email marketing, a lot of those doing mailers, in cold calling. You'll get a lot of small to medium-sized marketing. Will you get a big whale doing that every once in a while? You could, yes. But more than likely, small to medium size. And again, you can make a lot of money just your model being small to business, because folks think they want to get to that big level or big size contracts. It's a bigger headache. More money, bigger headache, right? So more than likely you're going to get to those bigger size contracts networking somehow, referrals, getting in the right people, getting in the right room, your circle of influence, who you know, folks who already know and love you. Those are going to be the 10,000 or more, 20,000 or more. Our biggest contracts, our biggest ones were all from networking. It was somebody we knew, our circle of influence. It was us in the right room at the right time, going to events, all that good stuff. And again, people don't some folks don't want to do that, which is 100% fine. You can make a lot of money in this business if you master the phone and the email. All right. And I put these in order as less expensive and not easy, but kind of easy. Door to door is not easy, but it kind of is easy. So for us, the cheapest one is going to be your circle of influence, because really it's your friends and family, right? Email marketing, you have to know some skill. Email marketing skill. And again, I'll go through that real quick. I don't want to go too deep, because this is part one. I'm going to do another part because, again, lead generation is so broad, right? But again, if your pipeline isn't, it should be, again, I don't want to say full because it sounds like so easy. It's not easy, but if you put in enough work, you should have a, for example, I don't even have it up right now. Shoot, I don't have my CRM. So our CRM, we use different, but one of our CRM, we use HubSpot, and we have like a pipeline for real, where it's different. It could be just, new lead or new hot lead, reached out to them, walkthrough scheduled, bid submitted, followed up, won or lost the bid, right? And our goal is to have numerous leads in different positions, right? Never fall in love with one lead. I've learned that. Never have. Most of the folks that I talk to, they have one or two leads that they have to get. They have one lead. They have one lead in their CRM, and they got to get it. They don't get it, they're about to quit this business. So they spend all their energy and time, right, on this one lead, these two leads. And again, I don't want to seem like it's easy to get leads and everything, but again, once you get it, the hang of it, it gets easier, right? Again, these are all outbound ways to market, right? What you want to get to a point is the inbound leads. We're there now. I'll show you a few things. Email marketing, right? I'm thinking, I hope y'all can see this. Can you guys see this? Yeah, because you guys can see this. All right. So we use two email marketing softwares, right? We use MailerLite and we use Constant Contact, right? For me, I wanted to learn both of them, but one, because they're different. They do different things. MailerLite, because I'm not a techie person, I can sit here all night and learn it, and I have three screens, and YouTube, and learn it, and just I can do that. But MailerLite is very easy. Again, and it's free. MailerChimp, you get 2,000 leads free. MailerLite, you get 1,000 leads free. I think Constant Contact, you get I think 1,000 or 2,000 leads free. So your first 1,000 leads, you're not paying anything to do email marketing, right? So I'm going to go through this real quick to kind of give you like a little glance of what we're doing as far as, and again, we had to turn this off. We turned this off probably last month was our last probably email sent. Was it? Because for us, this was the busy season for us. Winter's coming, and we got a lot of snow contracts in the working, and cleaning contracts. They all came at the same time. So for us, we had to kind of turn, which sounds crazy, to turn off your marketing for a while. But that's how it was for us. Again, it'll go back on probably mid-December, beginning of next year, probably. January. So we'll see. But real quick, right? Easy. These are some of the campaigns that we did, that we created, right? And it's not hard. I do everything through here. And again, I'm not a techie person at all. I'm not a techie person one bit, but this is kind of simple, right? First, you have to go find list of people, right? So for us, property managers, coffee shops, facility managers, churches, gyms, spas, things like that, right? So we had to go do that. So how that's done is, one, there's a software called was a few things. One's called let me get it up here. One is called D7 Lead Finder, right? So we use D7 Lead Finder for one of them. We also buy leads, right? We also buy. So I'll go on Fiverr.com or Upwork and buy and have somebody scrape me 2,000 churches in my area, or go buy 2,000 leads of property managers in my area. I might do both. What I would do, I'll probably do it on D7 Lead Finder, right? And then also buy them too, just to make sure that I'm getting good quality leads. And leads really are, list. Really is the a good email and a good phone number. A name too. So email, phone number, and name, right? So I take those lists, and again, you got to have thousands and thousands of lists. This right here was I sent 1,800. I sent 1,800 emails this day, right? 527 emails this day, over 1,000 this day, 1,000 this day, right? This day 64 this day. So you got to send hundreds and thousands daily, right? 1,200 this day. This was a short one, 390 this day. Again, so what these softwares do is, the magic of it is I'll do this right here, this one up here, right? So I went to write the email. I went to ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT, give it the directions you need. It wrote me an email, right? Email out. That's what I did, right? Our services. We're a one-stop shop. We do snow, landscaping. We do commercial cleaning, all that good stuff, right? One-stop shop. Pictures and stuff like that. Sent it out. So what happens is, now from this, I know that 248 businesses opened it, right? 96 of them clicked something on the email, website. They clicked something on there. So I know that I'm gonna send a few more. So I know these 248 might be interested in what I do. They opened it, right? And if you open it and then you read it and then you clicked it, you're more than likely interested. So these now turn the hot to warm a little bit. So they're going to get a separate follow-up email / phone call. Because out of the 248 opened it, the email, 96 clicked something, our website or something in the email. So this is great right here. So out of that 96 clicked, they're going to get a special email and a follow-up phone call from that. But again, I had to send 1,800 of them to get this. Right? And I probably got, out of this, I probably got 3 walkthroughs from this. But that is not the point. The point is the follow-up. So again, this is on, so it was on automation. Automation means that I had ChatGPT again write me a sequence of, say, 10 emails. I go and do my little thing to it, edit it so it sounds like a business, sound like us, and I put it in automation. Right? Now they're automated somewhere here. They're automated. So now I don't have to, so I do the hard work, say 4 hour, one day. and the emails are they keep going out. The first month they go out every 5 days for like 2 months because you want to get data. You want to see if you see the same companies or the same company opening your emails and clicking it, okay, they're interested. They should get a phone call or a pop-up or something once you see that. So you again collecting data. And our first 1,000 emails didn't cost me anything. Obviously, I have more than 1,000, so I pay a little something now. And this is just one. Again, this is just MailerLite. So we use this and the other one too. So I think I have 3,000 on this one, probably like 4,000 or 5,000 on the other Constant Contact. Same thing. Again, this is all me learning from this YouTube video and figuring it out. And again, it's not that hard. So if you are not tech savvy or real like a techie person, check out MailerLite. Again, I have no money from this. I don't get any kickback. I just know it works and it's simple. And again, you can automate it. So again, you can set it. You can do these at night after your day is done, whatever. Do it at midnight. Boom. And there's a way. It's going to give you an option, right? It's going to give you an option to give you a time and date when you want to send it. So if you want to just send one email tomorrow morning, right? I can send this email, set it up, and when I send it, I can say send this at 9 a.m. My time tomorrow morning, and then I can go be at the gym. I could be at work. I could be on phone calls. This is going to send. So again, I don't want us to overthink. Again, overthink this stuff. Figure out. I'll go back to this. I'll go back to 1 second. Can you see this? Yeah, I think you can see this. View. Hope you can see this. View stream. Yeah. So figure out what is best for you. That's meaning that not best. So you can have a couple ones, right? I call this my Fab Four, right? There's other ways to market. It's SEO. There's ads. I go down here. There's ad government. There's different ways. But your first 500,000, your first million, right? You can make that right here. But again, you have to go through the suck part of not of sending out 3,000 emails and only getting one response back or no response back. You got to go through that because most folks have no follow-up game, right? They'll send it once, maybe twice, and then that's it, right? The average time that you should follow up is, I think, 7 or 8 times, if not more. So again, if you're not following up with that person or that business at least 8 times, you're losing hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some of our biggest clients, it took us a year and a half to get it. It's now probably, we do their snow and clean. It's probably now, definitely depending on the snow, because obviously if it snows, it could be anywhere from 500,000 to less. But it took us a year and a half to get that contract of us following up. So following up is key. So again, folks want to hear some magic, like a magic answer or some magic solution, and it really is not. Right now, it's folks who I've talked to who are doing 10, 12, 30, 50 million in this game. Even for us, it was getting over the sucky part. I was ready to quit 100 times in the last 9 years. I wanted to quit this business 100 times, no question. Easy. First few years making $250,000, 350,000, still wanted to quit because we weren't doing it correctly our first few years. It seemed like some money. You got to think 6 figures. Say for us, 6 figures. I did a test, I think, a few months ago. 6 figures is 200, say it's 8,000 some change per month, right? I'm gonna just do an average. 8,000 some change per month. Say that's 4 contracts, right? That's 4 contracts you get, each doing about 2,000 a month, 500 a week. or two and some, some change per month. It's six figures. For us, we have, again, we have overhead. Our biggest overhead obviously is our employees. So we do some W-2s and we outsource some. Kind of depends what the job is, right? But say you're outsourcing. Say, it's my fault. Say you're subbing, because a lot of folks want to sub now for some reason. But say you're subcontracting some, a thing, and you make six figures. You're paying that sub. If you want to keep them and do a good job, you're paying them probably 60-70% of the profits, or the revenue, I should say, right? So you got to think with that. That means what? That means that it's 20,000 left. That's not including overhead. That's not including marketing. That's not including insurance. It's not including if you got to buy equipment, solution, all that good stuff. Softwares, they add up. So folks want six figures, but again, six figures is 100,000. So when I say six figures, to me is $100,000 all the way to $999.99. That's six figures. So when I say six figures, I never mean $100,000, because that's no money in this business, unless it's you and your husband, or you and your kids, or just you doing the cleaning, making six figures. Then that's some money. More than likely, if you're doing six figures and you and your people do most of the cleaning, you're probably take home 75,000 probably. Insurance is not that much. Equipment, if you want operations to be good, I would invest in some equipment. So again, six figures, it could be 3 or 4 contracts. That won't really change your life unless you're doing most of the cleaning, most of the marketing, all the good stuff. But again, it's hard to do all that and also grow your company, right? So that's why I say, if you're starting and you're making under $500,000 right now, you need to focus on, I don't want to say all 4 of these, because door to door is tricky, right? And I have a new person that I've been dealing with now, a guy out of Miami, business for over a year now. He joined I don't have it now. He reached out to me maybe like 3 months ago. So I've been kind of like on the low, just mentoring him on the business. Mind you, a year prior to that, he had not one client, not one contract, right? Not one. In the last 2 or 3 months, he calls me almost, I don't pick up all the time, but he calls me almost every day. He has multiple walkthroughs every week, right? He's probably, I think, doing, I'm not sure, 3,000-4,000 a month now. So right now he's trying to figure stuff out, but he's excited right now. Quit his job. Right. Again, well, not me, my team too, because it's me, Jen working on it too. But prior to us, a year, no clients, no contract. All right. And again, we didn't teach him anything new. It was more so just honing in on a few things, right? Tweaking a few things here, a few things there, right? And being consistent, right? And again, even for myself, if we all had like our coach or business coach living with us, we would make, I would easily be at probably 10 million right now. If I had somebody, if I had my coach, who I have a coach living with me. Because again, it's kind of, accountability is probably the number one. Accountability and being consistent, right? Those things you have to kind of do yourself. Again, this other stuff here, I can guarantee you, can make you $1 million. 6 figures, because again, $1 million is far fetched for some people, but 6 figures, easy. 6 figures, emailing, no question. Phone, cold calling, no question. Door to door, no question. But are you going to do it? Because again, there's no magic answer. It's you figuring out a way, right, to email, I don't know, 100 people a day for 6 months straight. If you're an introvert, you don't want to door to door, you don't want to go on the phone. Can you email somebody? Email a list of whatever, say 2K people. Can you email that list for 6 months straight? Different, different different emails, right? And the email, again, you don't have to be an email writer. Just Chat GPT. I use Chat GPT all day. I just, I tweak it to, so it sounds like our business, but I don't have time to go, to write 12 emails. Now, if I had to, obviously I can, but if it can do it in 30 seconds, then I'll spend another probably 30 minutes on tweaking it. Then I'll send to my person, my person, Jen, probably, to tweak my tweak to make sure that it's okay. Then I have 10, 12 emails that now I'm putting in the emails software, and it's going off. I'm making phone calls, doing something else, and it's marketing myself. So again, folks on here who still work a full-time job, right? Those are the things that you have to figure out. If you have a full-time job, you have to figure out automation. All right, folks. I talk to folks who want to leave their job, and I get it. Right, I get it. I haven't worked a full-time a job in 9 years, going on 10. So I get it. Right, you want to leave your job, but you have to figure out automation because you don't have time to do the daytime networking, the phone calls yourself. Most likely, you don't have time to do the email. So automation. So if you have 9 to 5 job, a few tips, 9 to 5 jobbers out here. You want to, if you can, because some of us still live, still have no money, but you have to figure out at least one thing that you can spend money on. It could be a cold caller, it could be email marketing, it could be flyers, but something, or get down with a partner who has time to do the day-to-day marketing operations per se. But 9 to 5ers, you got to figure out operations. Use MailerLite. So after work, right, you're on Chat GPT, putting those figuring out emails, right? During the day, at night, you're putting them in the system, you're automating them. So while you're at work the next day, they're just sending off. They're sending, right? And then you have them going to your website or calling a number, some kind of number that you have. So now again, you're at work, you're getting that somebody called or somebody left a message saying that they need your services or left you an email, right? Or you want to hire a cold caller. I got a text the other day saying, I say cold callers are clutch, right? One thing I did do is when I first started this, a few years ago, I just hired a cold caller, right? Figure out how to hire a cold caller. They were good. But then for me, so if I'm going to be showing folks how to do this, I started cold calling myself a little bit, not a lot, myself to figure out how this stuff works, right? So when I say just hiring a cold caller, that's not really the play. The play is you still have to train, manage, and lead that cold caller or cold callers. So this whole hiring a cold caller, giving him or her a script, and then this is not working, they're not getting enough leads because, right? So a few things on that. Again, I'm not going to be all night because I'm going to do a part 2 probably next week or so. But the cold caller. Here's how you do a cold caller. You want to go on Upwork. Well, here's what I do. Upwork.com. All right. First, go on Chat GPT. Again, description of a cold caller. All right. It's going to print you out Upwork. I'm hiring a cold caller for Upwork.com. He needs to have some experience, good communication, able to speak English, things like that, right? I'm going to put it on on Upwork.com. It's free. ChatGPT is a free version. I have the paid version, but there is a free version. So again, no excuses. Upwork.com to join it and upload stuff, free. No cost, right? Now, if you hire somebody, you got to pay. But again, to set it up, no cost. To hire to put ads on there, no cost. So you want to go on there, hire a cold caller, have the right description. You want to you're going to get a lot of folks asking, raising their hand. Excuse me. You want to set up interviews, but first you want to have them send you because again you want to hire, if you can, folks from overseas, because there's more. You'll get lucky hopefully, and you'll find someone that speaks better English than us, and the price is going to be half what you would cost or pay an American person, right? 8, 9, $10, $7, $6 an hour, right? So you want to make sure they send you a sample of them talking. So prior to even the interview, have them send you a sample of them talking. Send them a little script. Say, can you record yourself saying this? Right. Some you're gonna get just terrible English. Don't even bother interviewing them. Some you're gonna get A+ English, or at least B+ English. You want to interview them. You're gonna figure out, use your gut feeling, use your experience, read the reviews, or they'll just then hire somebody. You want to give them a script, right? And you want to, if you can now, you have to train them. Like for us, when I was little, I did a lot of phone call stuff. You want to do role playing if you need be, right? Do role playing for 30 minutes where they're calling you. Don't just, again, I get folks who just hire a cold caller. I do like cold, but again, don't just hire them. You have to manage a cold caller. You have to train them, right? And then lead them to be successful. Right, and then give them goals, right? If it's a full-time cold caller, they should be getting 1 to 2 leads for you every day. When I say leads, right, different things. They should be setting up walkthroughs for you, right? They also should be setting up some cold leads to warm leads, meaning that they're not ready for you right now, because when you do cold calling, understand it's only probably like 1 or 2% of calls that are ready for you right now. That's the numbers. So 1 or 2% of the calls you make or they make will be ready for you right now. It's a low percentage. That's why numbers count. But numbers matter, right? Calling 2, 10, 50 people a day is not enough. You got to be calling hundreds per day, or at least 100 a day, right? Because 1%, 1.5% will be ready for you right now. You want to also, a lot of them won't be needing you right now, but let them know, or try to let the cold caller know, that you want to still be in the play. Meaning that, okay, good, you're not ready for me right now, but would you mind if we send you information for future, or just in case? Now, can I confirm your email? It's so and so and so, Amazon, so and so and so, right? So we'll confirm their email. What a lot of cold callers do is the LLC, they'll just call. And when the person says no, they'll hang up. And they're throwing away a lot of leads that way. Again, this is everything I say and teach. I have done it and went through the process. First few years, we just same way. We would call, or have our person call, usually with a dialer, right? So so they can call faster. And again, check out Mojo Dialer. I don't want to go deep, but it's called Mojo Dialer. We used. It's a dialer that allows you or your cold calls to call people quicker. So they're dialing they put the numbers or the leads into this dialer, and the dialer dials for them, right? And then the dialer is calling. Say it's calling 3 or 4 businesses at the same time. Whoever picks up, it clicks to you. So you can do it that way. Cost somebody about $140 a month, or just do it the old school way with the hands. But again, if you want to ramp up and turbocharge this business, spend some money if you can. All right. So for that one last thing, it's a matter of you calling maybe 70 to 80 people a day, to your cold caller or yourself being able to call 280 a day. All right. So is it worth it? For us, it was. So, okay. So back to that. So, when they're hanging up, you want to make sure that they're asking them, is it okay for them or you to send some more information their way? Most are still going to say no or yeah. Going to say no, But again, if they can get 2 or 3 more leads that way, or warm leads, by them saying, oh yeah, that's fine, you're now confirming that person. You're confirming the person's name who's in charge of hiring the cleaner, and they're giving you permission to follow up. Right? Most cold calls, if you don't teach this, they won't do it. Person will say no, thank you. They'll hang up. There should be a next chapter or next paragraph on that script for the next, objection. Is, that's fine, but can we do this? We've gotten hundreds of leads that way. Leads meaning that folks who said, "Oh yeah, I don't need you right now," but again, the company we have now, they're up maybe in say 3 months. So what that means is leaving a note. They already have a cleaning company. They could be up in 3 months. The contract up in 3 months. So now we know we have to follow up with emails and phone calls, checking in for the next 3 months. Because most companies are not most. I don't want to say most. Half of the companies are going to be unhappy with their current cleaning company. Right. So if you can come in, slide in, right, and let them have the perception that, not again, you don't want to downplay the current, but perception of you can now take care of their pain points, because the current cleaning company is not. They're not doing the corners, so they still see cobwebs. Right. Our last contract we got from his church, this big church, we do that like 5 days a week. Went through the walkthrough. Their main thing they were unhappy with was the current cleaning company left cobwebs in the corner that we can barely see it. That was their thing. It was the same cobweb for like a month, which means the current cleaning company wasn't doing their job. So that little thing was so big that they fired their current company of 10 years and hired us. So now we know our first thing for our cleaners is make sure you get those corners, those cobwebs. All right. So again, it's not, again, all these things work, lead generation, but you want to build a pipeline. All right. Do not fall in love with 1 or 2 leads. You're going to be disappointed, get mad, get frustrated, and then want to quit. If you got 10, 12 leads in your pipeline, because you're doing networking at the same time you have an email campaign, and you're doing some phone calls and doing door to door. Again, this is tricky, and it can depend. But if you're just doing 2 of the 4, right? But you're doing it on a consistent basis, you cannot tell me that you won't be successful in this business. Most of us cannot do this long enough to get past the suck. That's in most things. If you go to the gym, and next month, 2 months, January, you're going to see it full. I used to be a personal trainer years ago, right? You're going to see it full. Come March, you're going to see it empty again, because most of the people who were excited could not work it enough past the suck, the pain, the aches. That's in most things. Relationships, workouts, business, everything. The people who I've talked to, again, I have a coach. I've been in rooms where folks are doing 20 million. I have a guy here in our city who mentors us doing 20 million a year. Been doing this for like 22 years. All right. So he was in it when they wasn't even, I'm in Boston, so they weren't even allowing Black folks to even start business. It was crazy, right? But he was saying the first 10 years, 15 years sucked. Most folks would have quit, he said. Easy. I can imagine back then. But he said he stuck to it long enough to get through the suck. If I had to tell one person, if you say tell me one little phrase to coach you, right? Pay me whatever. That would be the phrase. I think what's his name? Yep, it's Jared. She put, it's the consistency part where most fall. 100%. 100%. That's why I say if folks can get an accountability partner or join some kind of mentor group or something, it's a proven fact that they last longer in a group of other like-minded people or one person. If you have a friend of yours or even a stranger who's going through the same level of you, y'all can talk this stuff out. When you're feeling have a bad day and he can talk you back into it, whatever, I would highly suggest you either joining some kind of mentor program or hooking up with a accountability group or excuse me, or partner or person who can hold you because you're going to want to quit your first 5 years. You're going to want to quit every day, damn near, or every other day. It's just facts. And most of us will. I can sit here and tell you all the tricks and all give you the blueprint to $1 million and to change your life. Most of us won't get, if I told you that, most of us still won't go through. As I said, it's going to take you 2, 3, 4 years to get to that point. Take 5 years, and you're going to go through the most suckiest, lights off, cell phone bill, verge of off. The dude, what do you call the guy that comes get your car? He comes to get your car if you don't pay it. Whatever, him, right? Him at your door. I went through all that. Yeah, I went through all that. But I was like, yeah, repo man at your door, no question. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's going to happen. Your credit score was at a 750. Mine went down. It was at that what years ago because I had to. It went down to 6 something, 5 something, 480 again. And now it's back. It's up to a 7 something. But at one point it was at a 4 something again because you got a $1 and either I gotta feed myself or feed my kid or I gotta pay this credit card bill. The credit card bill was last on the list. Robbing Peter to pay your employees, and 100%. We get paid. You get paid last. You get paid last. So understand. So again, I don't want to I want to make this seem hard because again, the folks who can't take this is going to show because it's not easy. I want to seem like and fake it like this is easy. Again, I had an hour on here. It's 9 o'clock now because I got to do something. I have another call to jump on. Right. So I'm going to do a part 2 next week. Right. But again, where's it at? Let's just send this out. I just said buy list. Again, it's not that hard. It's simple. It's not. I don't say simple, but once you see it, most folks see marketing and this stuff. They see it like they like moving words, so they can't catch it. Right? They can't catch moving words. Right? They can't catch it. Once you create a business model and put it in a box, right? So you do this, you stick with this, right? For now, you don't SEO. I know not right now. I don't not right now, right? I do 100 emails a day. I do 100 calls a day. I join my chamber of commerce. I'll join I'm on meetup groups to whatever. That's what I do for the next 6 to 12 months. That's what I do every day. Tunnel vision. Right? If folks can get in pick 2 or 3, or even one, let's say 1 to 3 marketing strategies, right? And do them on a consistent basis. Again, I can give you all the tricks. I can coach you, but if you don't get past the suckiness and be consistent, right? And get tunnel vision. If you work full-time job, you got to put in 2 hours a day. You can't tell me, I trust me, if you can put in 2 hours a day, every day, 6 days a week, 6 months, you will make multiple 6 figures in this business. Anybody who does that and can prove it and it doesn't happen, I will give you $1,000. 100% facts. But again, more than likely, life is going to be stronger than your why, or stronger than life is going to happen. right? So it's going to be stronger than you making those 100 calls a day, or you hiring a cold caller to make 100, to make those calls a day, or you emailing 100, or you sending out 50 written letters, 50 a week, every week for a year. There's so many ways to do this, but again, don't do it all. Don't be on YouTube and learning something new every day, or no, don't be on YouTube learning a new way to market every day. And this seems easier. There is no easier way. They're all hard. They're all hard. Right? Now, some people are just good at networking, so it's going to be easier for them. Some folks love to be on the phone, so it's going to be easier for them. Some folks are good at the email game and can send emails and write emails, so it's going to be easy for them. Some folks love door to door. They love to be out. So they live maybe in Florida or somewhere, or Texas, nice weather. They can go on 25 to 50 walkthroughs every day. All right, every day. Like, again, in that game, you're going to get some. If you keep doing it, what happens is, for us, we got small, medium accounts, small, medium size, medium, big dog, small. The big dog one changed the game for us. But we kept going. It took us 8. Well, big dog's different because, again, our biggest dog was 100,000 a month. But again, it took us 6-7 years to get that. 6 years to get that. 6 years to get that. Now we were doing okay prior to that, but it wasn't really life changing. It was paying our bills. It was paying our employees. I didn't have to work, for a job. Our partner could, we quit our jobs, bought a house. But that, again, keep going, and then that $6,000. That $28,000 a week came. 54% profit margin. You do the math. Then we got into government city local government contracting. Yeah, but again, it wasn't first year. It was after 6, 7, 8 years. All right. I'm not sure. Is Jen still on here? Oh, damn, she's still on here. So yeah, let me. Okay, I gotta hop off. I hop off IG. My fault, IG. I gotta. Again, y'all have any questions? And we have something. Okay. So last thing, we have something. We have something big coming up. It's going to be announced probably tomorrow or Wednesday. We're doing something the first week of January of next year. Doing a full day workshop. We'll have the information for you by tomorrow or Wednesday. It's going to be game changing. But again, we'll have that for you by tomorrow or Wednesday. I had to vent a little bit. I just got off the 7 lead finder. Boom. So there you go. So again, hope information is I'm gonna keep it on here for a while. If you're not in my group too, my Facebook group is free. The Facebook group is in the chat. Get more of these lives and trainings on there, or our YouTube channel, which is Clean Money CEO, I think. Then our Facebook group is in the chat also. All right. So I'll holler at you. I'm off here on IG in video. Okay. So on here, folks are still on here live. I'm gonna hop off. Jen, if you want to end it for me, that would be lovely. Oh, they have some questions too. I didn't know I had quite my fault. I've been just going. If you want to answer these questions, Jen, okay, Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay, she said, can you see this? Hey guys, great info. Listening in from Raleigh, North Carolina. Thanks for the great info. Okay, Riley. If you're still on here, we went to school, and both of us, me and Jen, went to school in Charlotte, NC. So definitely know where that's about.
Wiz, do you want me to?
Let me take this off. Hold on. Let me stop
Can you
sharing.
hear me?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So again, I'm not sure. She was on here last week. I'm gonna give her props due. So Coach Jen Bell, like I said a minute ago, went to school with her. She's from Jersey. Now met her in North Carolina, Charlotte. She's in Charlotte. Like for us, again, we're friends since high school. You know how we have life happens, kids, marriages, divorces, breakups, married again, whatever. So met her again. We were on a similar path on teaching people, right? Making people's lives better. She was even prior to us getting that together about a year and a half ago. She had her own. She had several businesses, but the one that got us talking again was the cleaning business, and then her being a life coach, her being a business coach, and she's definitely. I'm just an entrepreneur. Like she's a coach. Like she has that study of psychology and get in your head and make you see things differently. So that's why she's on our team. She's a great value to the team. So she's going to take over for the rest of the whatever, how long she wants to do it. You have any questions, or Reggie, Facebook user, I can't say the names. So if you have any questions on anything as far as entrepreneurship, as far as how to maneuver business and life, ask them. Because again, it's not going to be free forever. You get some free game, answer your questions. Yes, sir. Nice, very nice. Yep, go to Charlotte frequently. Have some friends there. Good, good. So, Reggie, if you're still on here, do you have a cleaning company, or are you trying to start one, or what's going on? What's the deal? Can you see that, Jen? Can you see the
Yeah, I saw his question. Yeah.
Okay.
I should say his comment.
Okay. But yeah, let me hop off for some
All right.
second. Okay. So I'll see y'all later. Jen's gonna take over.
All right. So if you guys have any questions, by all means, drop them in the chat. I mean, the only thing I would wrap up with saying is just from a next steps kind of thing, because I do like having conversations that then lead to action. If you're not doing any of the things that he recommended, pick two, start working on them, do some research. We always joke and say YouTube University is a real thing. Everything you could possibly need to or think you want to learn is on there. So by all means, check it out and see what's there. Reggie has his commenting, yes, we do detailing, exterior cleaning, and now adding commercial cleaning as well. That's awesome. So what that says to me is that you already have an active business model in play and that you're adding services. So I'm not sure what marketing and sales you were doing before or how you were, building your lead generation pipeline. But what you definitely want to do is talk to your previous clients and your current clients about what you're doing now. My big thing with lead generation is once you establish a rapport and you get in a good cycle, what you always want to do is be in data collection and receiving mode. That is the mindset that I use when I talk about lead generation. You're collecting information. That's your job at the time. You're collecting information so that you can figure out how to ease pain points, provide solutions, and give better customer service to your current and or new prospective clients. So Reggie, in your case, absolutely, whatever you were doing, add a couple of more of those lead generation techniques that Wiz mentioned, whether it's the cold calling, door to door. Door to door works awesome if you have some type of in the moment service that you could provide. Case in point, sanitizing with this whole COVID thing, that's not going away. If you can have a sanitation pack and go door to door with your literature and be like, hey, we want to give you a free 15-minute sanitation service and tell you a little bit about our services. That's an easy in. Most people are not mind if you sanitize their spaces, and it's an opportunity to have a conversation started. Reggie's saying he's big into networking. Spot on the process and doing that now. Thanks for the confirmation. Absolutely. And that's the thing. All the things that Wiz mentioned, I can tell you firsthand, he was absolutely an introvert. Our first semester at school, I did not think that he talked. Because He just was that reserved and quiet. He really didn't talk a lot. He said what was necessary. And the beginning of their business, that's how he navigated the business. He spoke when he needed to, and when he spoke, it was powerful and it got the job done. But it wasn't until he kind of started doing that work and making the extra effort to learn different skills and learn different techniques of how to engage. So if that's not your thing, please don't be discouraged. Please don't feel like, this isn't for you. What I would suggest is one of two things, or actually both of these things. I would identify someone who can support you. Maybe you don't bring them in as an actual partner, but maybe they can be someone who helps you make connections and talk to people, and you can give them a percentage of contracts that you close, right? Or maybe you do make them an equity partner and you give them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 10% of the company with the notion that they're going to help you build and drive this business. But the key is you want to find your sweet spot, and everybody's sweet spot is going to be different, right? So there's no right or wrong way. The only wrong way is to not do it and not to be consistent. And I think someone said in the comments earlier, consistency is the key. Generally speaking, it takes 21 days to create a habit. I think that data is probably old now because we live in a world of texting and instant gratification, watching TikTok and all the social media feeds. So it probably takes more like 30, 32 days. But at the end of the day, if you can do it consistently, you don't have to start off with 4 hours. If you just give yourself an hour and a half, 2 hours every day to be consistent and find your sweet spot, operate a little bit outside of your comfort zone, you will see results. That's for sure. And like Wiz said, I can attest to the fact he is walking evidence of that, because the person that shows up and does these lives was not the person that I met 30 years ago. Period. End of story. Just a fact, right? So with that being said, if there's no more questions, I want to leave you guys with, if you were able to join us, by all means, implement some of the techniques that he had. If you're watching this afterwards, please feel free to reach out, comment in the Facebook page. We respond pretty quickly. So if you have any questions, you need some support, there's tons of services out there. If you do have a little bit of money that you can work with to leverage lead generation and some of these other tools and techniques, by all means, use that money, use it wisely, hire some people to do some of the things, but there is nothing like some sweat equity and putting in the work yourself. So with that being said, until next time, I'm sure he'll be posting soon. With part 2 of this lead generation conversation will take place. And again, keep your eyes out for our upcoming announcement for our January workshop that we'll be doing. It'll be a day-long opportunity for you to work with myself, Wiz, Cornell, and some other industry experts, as well as get to know each other and kind of build some foundation, tools and support opportunities where you can really, truly grow yourself in your business. So thanks again. If there's no more questions and comments, I will bid you all good night. Thank you so much. Good night.